All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the hidden world of dark psychology. We're breaking down those subtle games people play to try and control your thoughts and your decisions.
Okay, let's just dive right into this quote. Have you ever felt that way? Your mind can be like a chessboard, right? A strategic game of moves and counter-moves. But here's the real question. Are you the one playing, or are you just a pawn in someone else's game?
Because that is really the core of what we're digging into today. This whole idea that your anger, your guilt, even when you say yes to something, it might have been part of someone else's script the entire time. It's about time we find the remote control to our own minds.
So at its heart, what is dark psychology? It's basically the science of playing a game with someone's mind so subtly they don't even know they're a player. While you're thinking you're in the driver's seat making your own choices, it's almost like someone else's software is running in the background of your brain.
And this idea from author Robert Greene, wow, it's really the bedrock of all these techniques. If you can change how someone sees the world, if you can shift their perception, you can effectively change their entire reality. That's a whole other level of influence.
So how does this actually play out in the real world? Let's break down 5 of the most common manipulation traps. And I can pretty much guarantee you've run into these, maybe even this past week, and you didn't even realize it. It's time to learn how to spot them.
Okay, first up, we've got trap number 1, the guilt missile. This thing is a powerful emotional weapon, and it's designed to make you feel totally selfish just for saying no. It's so effective because it preys on our basic human need to be seen as a good, helpful person.
So picture this. A friend asks for a huge favor, but you're totally swamped with your own stuff. You politely say you can't, and then they hit you with, "Wow, I thought we were friends. I guess you've changed." And there it is. Boom. Those words create this instant mental conflict. Your logical brain just powers down, and next thing you know, you're doing their work, all just to make that awful, guilty feeling go away.
All right, next up is trap number 2, the urgency trap. This one is all about creating pressure. It basically cooks up this fake now or never crisis to force you into making a quick decision with your emotions, not your brain.
And seriously, you see this absolutely everywhere. On one side, you've got your friend saying, "Dude, the squad needs you for the gaming challenge right now." And on the other, you've got an ad screaming, "Last day, only 2 seats left." See, in both cases, it doesn't matter if it's social pressure or a marketing trick. The goal is exactly the same. Hit that fear of missing out button and just completely bypass your logical thinking.
And author Rolf Dobelli really nails it here. This sense of urgency, it's a design short circuit for your rational brain. It's like your emotions hijack the car and your logic gets tossed in the trunk.
Okay, on to trap number 3, the flattery trap. Now this one is so sneaky. Because, let's be honest, it feels good. It works by massaging your ego, making you feel special, uniquely qualified. Also, you'll take on more than you probably should.
Imagine you're in a group project and a colleague says, "Only you can handle this design part. You're a genius at this." That feels amazing, right? Your self-esteem just puffs up and you happily agree to the extra work. But here's the catch. While you're feeling all special and valued, what's really happening is you're just being used to get a job done.
All right, now we're getting into some heavier territory with trap number 4, emotional blackmail. This is one of the most dangerous ones because it's where things like love and loyalty stop being a bond and start being used as leverage to control you.
And this pattern is it's devastatingly effective. When someone hits you with that line, "If you really loved me, you'd give me your password." What they're doing is aiming right for the most vulnerable part of your heart. They're literally using the language of love to get you to break your own boundaries and just follow their rules. Okay, our last trap, number 5, is the dependency loop. This one's more of a slow burn. It's designed to make you emotionally dependent on someone else, basically handing them the remote control to your own mood and your focus. What this does is it creates this vicious cycle.
One minute they're showering you with attention, making you feel on top of the world. And then, poof, they pull away, leaving you confused and anxious and just desperate for their validation again. And once you're hooked on that feeling, they've got you. They control the whole situation by controlling your emotional roller coaster.
Okay, so we've laid out the threats. Now you can spot the guilt missiles, you know what the flattery traps look like, but just spotting them? That's not enough. Now, let's actually build your defense system. Think of it like a mental antivirus to keep your mind safe. So, here's a simple, but believe me, incredibly powerful 3-step process. First up, the 1-second pause. Seriously, before you react emotionally, just stop for 1 second and ask yourself that one crucial question. Do I actually want to do this, or am I just feeling guilty or pressured? That 1 second, that's your power. It's the gap between a reaction and a choice. Okay, number 2, get the outsider's view. See, manipulation loves to work in isolation, so talk to a friend you trust. Getting that clear, outside perspective can cut through all that emotional fog in an instant. And finally, number 3, trust your gut. You know that little feeling that just says, something feels off here? That's your intuition picking up on a pattern your conscious mind hasn't even registered yet. Do not ignore that voice.
You know, understanding all these psychological tools, it's a form of power, and once you see how the game is played, you really can't unsee it. But what you do with that knowledge, well, that's what truly matters.
So this knowledge, it presents you with a really clear, really important choice. Now that you can see those invisible strings, what are you going to do? Are you going to be the one pulling them, or are you going to be the one helping other people see them so they can cut themselves free?
Yeah, ultimately, it all comes down to this fork in the road. Because power without compassion, that's just manipulation, plain and simple. You can take this know-how and use it to take advantage of people, or you can use it to protect yourself, build stronger, more honest relationships, and look out for the people you care about.
And really, that's the biggest takeaway here. The greatest strength isn't about controlling other people. It's about understanding that you have this ability to influence, and then making the conscious choice to act with compassion, with respect, and with restraint. Now that is true power.